Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Getting set up. Hang tight, baby.
If you could see what you do to me, I'd want to be with you in 3D. 'Cause all this time we spent at the sea is not enough for you or for me. Oh, here we go again. Although we both know how this will go. It all feels the same. You're stuck inside my brain. I'm not the one to blame for this. If you could see what you do to me, I'd want to be with you in 3D. 'Cause all this time we spent at the sea is not enough for you or for me. Oh, these sunbeams, just like a dream.
Check, check, check.
Two beating hearts. You hold my hand and smiling. I can't see the future. Play back the endless days, memories we saved, telling me about the life we'd made. Now we dance along the bars and minds, losing track of our time. Dip my hand beneath the sand of times we dance in our sleep. Take my hand, I know you can. The phrase you utter to me. Our favorite song is playing loud beyond and on the floor. It's gone, tricking the clock, small talk. Keep it guiding and rewinding with the times. We laugh until dawn. You'll be just fine and by your side, and the road is wide enough for two at a time. I'll nod my head to what you said as the song repeats yet again. You'll be okay, we'll find our way soon. No worries in your brain, we'll all go away.
I'm sweating my ass off. Give me a minute, guys. I just got done doing a basketball video, cutting the grass. I'm sweating like crazy. Let's start with a little fishing. Dude, did I sell my fishing pole? Whatever. Wait, I could just buy another one.
Hi. See you soon.
Okay.
Hey, let's paint the sky. The colors rise and fall. We try them all our lives. Nine tails is too much for me, 'cause one tail from you is all I need. The sky is far under me, 'cause I float with you, no gravity. You flourish, I'm by your side. It's too early to say goodbye. For courage, I need to
Oh, I got one.
We can dance with the stars and sky. Just 2 steps forward now, heading towards
Two?
you. Feel your pull on me, I can't explain, 'cause you're stuck inside my brain. 'Cause we're cosmic, baby, we can make this supersonic. If I'm honest, you and me, we just work, it's harmonic. Wish I could be what you see in me when I need to breathe. Hold my breath, there's no oxygen with me. You flourish, I'm by your side. It's too early with the stars and sky. Just 2 steps forward now, heading towards you now. Feel your pull on me, I can't explain, 'cause you're stuck inside my brain. Stand on the shore with my affection. It's just a simple connection. I know I'm nowhere near perfection.
God, I hate fishing. Ugh.
Flourish, I'm by your side. It's too early to say goodbye. Your courage, I need tonight. We can dance with the stars and sky. You flourish, I'm by your side. You flourish, your courage, I need tonight. Up at the break of dawn to see you, feeling the breeze, looking in the rear.
All right.
My mind is clear, feel something brand new, cruising along, feel the rush. So if I could turn over the hourglass and save the memory in photographs, because there's no point staying in the past when our future seems so bright. Until the night lets ride, just you and I, the memories we find. Whenever I see you, I feel again, you're my past.
Imagine going through life and being on this side of life and knowing you gave everything you have, and now somebody calls you champion the rest of your life. I paid that price. You know? I said, or imagine messing it up and regret it the rest of your life. And the moment that I was even thought of when I was playing, when I heard somebody say, first ballot Hall of Famer, man, that's football heaven. That's sitting with, when I was 11 years old, when I was 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, I told Phil Simms yesterday, like, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks. But
Oh my
Wilbur Marshall
God.
was one of my favorite people, period, because I just love the way he played the game. And I'm sitting there as a kid, no food on the table, mom trying to find a way to make it. And I'm looking at home and I tugged on her shoulder and then I said, one day you'll work another day in your life. I promise you that, Mom. And to this day, me being selfish is now. When I leave here, I'll probably go find one of Ray Lewis cigars and sit back and say, wow, I did it. Like, I really did that. Right, 9 surgeries later, nobody, you know, you always look at the television, and it's great to look at the television, but it's the finished product. And man, I've always told my kids, I've always told my family, I've always told my mom, I've always told people who can't find
Let me tell you something. If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today? Think about it. Yourself or the man that's beside you? Or the man that you know you'll give everything in your heart for? We get one opportunity in life. One chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do. To lay your foundation, to make whatever mark you're gonna make. Whatever legacy you're gonna leave. Leave your legacy. And it's found in effort. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen. But effort, nobody can judge effort. Because effort is between you and you. Effort ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. So that team that think they're ready to see you, they think what they seen on film, they ain't saw what film shows. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature now than I was 5 minutes ago. Because I'm pissed off for greatness. Because if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you okay with being mediocre. Ain't no man in here okay with being just basic.
I'm from a
I can't do that yet.
I'm from a very, very small town. Very small town. And in this small town, I just wanted to start off by thanking Papa Jakes. You know, the book says, without a vision, thou people shall perish. His vision gives us new hope. His vision of his heart says that I will do, I will stand, I will put both of my feet in the ground, and I will stand for something, because if I don't stand for something, I'll fall for anything. Papa Jakes, thank you for this opportunity. Thank the Potter's House, because from where I'm from, you don't dream making it to the Potter's House. I've been many places in my life, but I haven't come to the Potter's House. And every person that's connected to it, that's what's amazing. Is that there's energy every time you think about moving. I mean, you know, some people you pass by and you in the streets, you just keep passing by. But in Potter's House, you got to be ready to say good morning every second of the day. And when they really know you, you got to give hugs. But it's who we are, and it's what the culture is. It's what the culture is. And thank you guys for letting me be here today. Thank you. So the Tory program. Every person is connected. The job is as important as the person that pushed through. Every person that's connected to you. It's the smallest things in life that we throw away too quickly. See, some people listen, but when you really want to change, you must hear. With this Toy program, what we did in this graduation, we made a step. We took the next step. But what does the next step mean? What does graduation really mean? Because when you really graduate, the thought I want to leave you with is today, it's time now, so we must readjust our comfort zone. See, now it's time to go to a different thought process. You see, a goal, many goals that you may have of graduations and making it to this next moment. And I understand how important the goals can be, but the goals remains a goal until you write it on a piece of paper. Then it becomes a vision. So our next steps is, what is the vision? What is the vision? Because the only reason I'm here, the only reason we're here today is because of our yesterday. Everything I've been through has defined who I am right now. So what's the goal? What's the vision? Well, the good book says write the vision and make the vision plain. Before you write the vision, you must have an imagination. You must be able to see yourself out of the situation that you may have been in. If you can't imagine yourself being out of the hood, you'll keep going back to the hood. It's not that I became so brand new that I wanted to remove myself from the hood, but I couldn't change in the hood. I tell you this, you show me your crowd, I'll show you your future. Because they run hand in hand. But when you start to readjust your comfort zone, I want to share something with you that you must understand, that before anything great is really achieved, Your comfort zone must be disturbed. It's the only way it works. It's the only way it works. You read the life of Job enough and you'll realize it ain't the start of the race you got to be careful with. You got to come find me when there's a finish line. We got to reconnect to what the vision really is. We got to reconnect to who we really are. The reason why we keep going backwards is because we're afraid of tomorrow. But we can't get to tomorrow because we must deal with today. That's why years of me playing and years of me going through what I was going through, instead of replying to what people may have said about me, I leave you with this. Toy program. My smile represents my past, and my heart represents my future. That way nobody never know what I'm thinking. So no matter what you say, I'm gonna leave you with this. Toy program. My smile represents my past, and my heart represents my future. That way nobody never know what I'm thinking. So no matter what you say to me, no matter what you say I cannot do, no matter what you say I will not do, I must do. I have to do. I am king. I live as king. I walk as king. This is our new identity. The new identity is you must be okay with your comfort zone being shut up. They tell you when you start to mix a protein shake, they say it don't work unless you got the right blender. Because you got to grind it up fine enough. And when it finally comes out, it goes down where it's supposed to go. You see, everybody looks at the body from the outside, but we forget it's not the outside that we're supposed to pay attention to. It's what's here. Because if I'm coming from here, I can do all things. I can do all things. Philippians 4:13 says, when I get ready to, I can do all things. See, man deals with the possible, but God deals with the impossible. And he waits for, and I'm going to tell you something special about it. He waits for the right moment. You ever notice about God? He's always on time, God. He's the God that every time we think we by ourselves, he say, I'm still carrying you. How many times did you find yourself in those lonely places and you start to whisper, but you hear somebody whisper back to you? I heard a whisper years ago. I found myself in a situation, Tori, and I'm telling you, I heard somebody say it today, we all done been through something. Trust me, we all done been through something. But I found myself in this place, and I heard a whisper. And the whisper simply said, can you hear me now? Now, how many people realize that sometimes God has to put you in the most isolated positions ever to get your attention? That's why if it's something in your life that you don't need changing, make sure you change it before God changes. Because when God changes, he gonna really test your faith. Because you can't take mama with you. You can't take daddy with you. You can't take your money with you. He gonna need you and him to spend some little one-on-one time. It's time to readjust our comfort zones. It's time to figure out whatever majority is doing, I'm gonna find myself doing the opposite. I always try to figure out what's the difference between good and great. Good is fitting in. Great is fitting out. That's the only way they're gonna remember what you've ever done. That you must be on this side of the fence. Papa Jake's made a declaration many years ago that said, I don't want to straddle the fence no more. I want to come on this side because I know what this side represents. I know what eternal life once will tell me, that if I bless enough people, and if I come from my heart, I know God will one day say, well done. Well done. But the journey of what we've started to do is just beginning. If it takes a village to raise one child, then it's gonna take a whole lot of us to change what's going on. Nothing has ever changed. They say old school doesn't help. I beg to differ. Old school is the reason why I'm standing here. My mama putting her hands on me is the reason why I'm here. My next door neighbor putting his hands on me is the reason why I'm here. I can't say walk around and curse the way I want to curse. To me, till this day, yes ma'am is still yes ma'am. Yes sir, still yes sir. And tell a child to stay in your child's place. Because you'll never realize what it means to be grown unless you done walked in my shoes a few times. We got to go backwards. We got to go backwards. We got to retrain kids. Remember in the neighborhoods, Papa Jakes, you remember in the neighborhoods when they used to walk around and they used to represent you by your family's name. That's the Jakes family right there. That's them Lewis's family right there. And we took care of our communities. Don't look for those, nothing spectacular to come out the sky. We are the sky. What we looking to change, we must change. And the only way to change it is make sure you ain't doing the same thing every day of your life. If an alarm clock is waking you up every morning, we might find ourselves confused in 10 years. Because the job sooner or later gonna get bored. But when you're okay with blessing people, when you're okay with giving more than taking, just keep giving. And keep telling kids, I promise you, you may not like me now, but you're gonna love me later. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I got too many friends. I'm gonna be your daddy. So don't text me talking about what's up. No, I ain't your friend. Hello, Father. Hello, Daddy. How are you doing today? It's up to us to change the culture. We can't let social media dictate what our kids see and what they can't see. When they walk in my house, when 10 p.m. hits, I need everybody's phones on my dresser. Because you ain't got nobody that important to talk to after that hour. Not if I'm paying all the bills. Oh, what we gonna do? And when you really get serious, when you really want to change, stop into their bedrooms and say, give me your passcode. I just want to check out what you doing. If we don't understand what we must take back, we will never grow. We're in a time now that technology is so fast that if I bring 10 kids right here and I line 10 kids up, they can tell you how to text, they can tell you how to email, they can tell you how to work a computer, they can tell you how to work a phone, they can tell you how to do anything electronically. But if I had a problem and say I need my clothes ironed, I need the bed made up, I need the dishes washed, I need the clothes washed, I needed to go old school. Then if you tell me you can't take care of yourself, we really in trouble. But you're sitting there saying you hungry? I don't know. You don't? Keep not knowing. We're in today's time to where you put meals on the table for kids. And they say, I don't like that. You what? You don't like that. Suppose you was raised like me, you ain't got nothing else. The fridge empty. My mother took her time. She took her time to promise me one thing. She said, let me tell you something, baby Ray. She said, don't put your trust in no man. She said, not only do you invest in a relationship with God, she said, but if you do anything more than anything else, make sure you got a relationship with him. I always ask the question because I always want to know the day of judgment, Papa Jakes. I wonder when we step up to that line, if I'm standing in line and I'm thousands back and I whisper in my ear, Lord, I love you, will he recognize my voice? Will he recognize my voice by the time that I've spent with him talking while I'm here? We're asking, there has to be a new day. Something new has to change. Something new has to be birthed inside of you to say, I am a conqueror. There's nothing I can't achieve. I'm telling you, I've been shackled from my feet to my hands, but when I broke out of them, I said, I'm a new creature that you are not ready to deal with. Because my comfort zone was disturbed. I'm a young child, and Papa Jakes don't realize how important it is to me that when he just walked over to me and just touched me. And as a child, I'm 40 years old, and as a child, I never had a man to touch me. I never had a father to just grab me and say, baby, it's all right. I never had a father to one day say, it's okay to be hungry. We'll make it. We'll make it. Papa, what you just touched me and said, you don't know, bless my life. Because I know I got a friend. I know everybody in the Potter's house are friends. And we're here today, and I think if I had a challenge for anybody, I would take the next 30 days and forget you. Forget you for a minute. Forget everything that matters with you and see how many people that you can actually bless. See how many people that you can really get to change their mentalities on life. See how many kids you can get to put the phones down and just sit down with me for a minute. I ask my kids all the time, you know, they run so fast sometimes. I say, have you ever really checked the resume of your father? Do you really know who I am? No, forget what the football field say. Do you really know who I am? Do you know your family tree? Because see, I remember my great-grandmother once sitting me down in church and said, when they said, oh, something special.
The building isn't ready yet. Not enough energy.
When are we going to go backwards?
I don't have enough energy.
When are we going to take back our streets? The reason why I say old school works, because I can promise every person in this room that's ever got a whooping in front of their friends, you never, you ain't doing it too many more times. You ain't trying that too many more times. See, I'm in the 6th grade and I'm a class clown. I'm in the 6th grade, I'm a class clown. Didn't know the teacher had called my mama without me knowing. I'm still playing jokes in the teacher up there, and I'm just up there dancing, and I'm ready. Everything good. And the door opened, and it was my mama. Now, Papa, I know we got our time to see Jesus, but I need to see Jesus now. That's the only time I want to switch Jesus and Mama. Lord, please. But it was what happened when she left there. When she left there, there was something installed in me that said, I will never disrespect the family name ever again. That's why the program is the next steps. We use the word program. I like the word lifestyle. It must become a lifestyle. Changing who you are must become a priority. 3-part beings, mind, body, and spirit. Feed one more than the other one, you will notice it instantly. All 3 parts need to be fed equally. That's the only way you balance yourself out in life. So when you find yourself on the top of a mountain, You must realize that the knowledge that I've learned on being at the peak of the mountain, I must go back to the valley.
Maturity isn't
I gotta go back and get somebody out of the valley that they stuck right there. They can't move for a minute. So why is it that when you raise up a child the way they should go, that they may leave, but they coming back? But they coming back. I didn't understand what the Bible was saying when I was 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 years old. I didn't understand when I was leading devotion and hymn 454, a charge to keep I have. I didn't know why Great Daddy kept saying, I need you to scream at you, hey, Charles. I didn't know why he was installing that in me. But now when I find myself with my lonely times, I can appreciate Granddaddy and Grandmama. I can appreciate what they dropped off to me. I'm just asking us now to not only change our comfort zones, but watch who we let in our comfort zones. Yeah. Let's start paying attention who for you and who's against you. And then live with this. People, please carry this. Certain strips you're supposed to carry with you. I carry it around my neck in a ring form.
do that yet. I don't have
Isaiah 54:17 says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon. No thing. Nothing. I have 4 kings, I got 2 queens. And I do everything in my power to make sure they understand the importance of having a relationship with God. Not every other day, every day.
not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
He says, renew your mind and your strength. He says that we're the only creature that he ever took the dust
Not enough energy.
and blew life in.
Energy.
If that's true, and we know it's true, then that's why I had to say after my last Super Bowl
Isn't ready.
that when God is for you, who can be against you? It's a lot of things. It's a lot of people I could have gave credit to. Mama was right there. Kids was right there. My father had reconnected with me. So I had all the people to thank. But I remember at 10, I remember hearing a whisper. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So our new day is to really reinvent yourself. Do nothing the same.
Not ready yet.
I'm asked the question all the time, why you still working out? Because it's a lifestyle. I let the game go. But I'm still living. But I'm still who I am. The game tells athletes that when the game is done and when the bright light stops shining, we don't need you no more. That's a lie. I'm needed more now than I was when I was playing. Yeah. No matter what we've been through, I need every person that graduated today to understand something. No matter what you've ever been through, you had to go through it to get right. That's the only way it works. That's the only way it works. But I took my greatest pain and I made my greatest pain my greatest friend by recognizing that pain does exist, but no pain lasts always. No pain lasts always. So my new identity in life, my new brand that I want to shake up a little bit, my comfort zone I want to shake up a little bit, was I said, you know what? I received the call from Papa Jackson. He told me he wanted to come speak, and I said, oh my gosh. I was like, Papa calling me to talk. There's a lot going on, Lord. I need it.
Not enough energy.
And then I realized why. Because what my prayers has been Father, surround me with like-minded people. Take me where I'm really trying to go. Put somebody close to me that has way more knowledge than me. But let me soak him up like a sponge. Let me be that child all over again. Put training wheels on me all over again. Retrain my thoughts. Take my heart and deliver it in places that it can only be delivered. Take my pain and get rid of it. Take my misery and wash it away. Take my vision and grow it further. Father, take me and take me to higher heights. This is our new day. It's time for us to reclaim who we are. It's time for us to stand and put our feet in the ground and say, I am my brother's keeper. And I will love my neighbors thyself. And I will make sure my children understand the love that God offers. That's where we at. That's where we at. And this is our new day. Our new day is to stand up and take back and reclaim who we are. We were kings from day one, and we will die as king and queens. Change your comfort zone and make sure you be careful who you let inside of it. Potter's house, thank you. God bless you.
That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I need to get closer. Not ready. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have a target. I don't have enough energy. It is too far away. Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I can't drink anymore yet. I'm out of range. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy. Target. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I don't have a target.
Greetings. Farewell. Asha fela. Ishno del Diab.
Follow your passion first. When I retired from the game, I sat there asking kind of all the wrong questions. What's the biggest industry I can get into? And it's all the wrong stuff. And you got to sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And when you feel that way, honestly, you feel like you've never worked a day in your life. It's the most fun thing in the world. You get up in the morning excited about what you're doing. And you got to be really honest with yourself about it. If you wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, dude, do something else. Right. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make, but when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience, and you find out that the rewards will come.
I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to be a sponge. But you always want to outwork your potential. As hard as you believe you can work, you can work. And that's what I tried to do when I first came in the league. But basketball is such a direct competition sport. And me coming in at 17, I hated when like my teammates would say, I get hit with an elbow. Right? Shaq would hit me with an elbow in practice. And like, Nick Van Exel would come up and say, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What? Mao, are you okay? What the hell's wrong with you?" So like I always had that extra chip on my shoulder. So like every day in practice for me was trying to annihilate everybody that I was playing against. Because I wanted to prove you don't need to babysit me. Like I'm fine, And so it's always that competitive nature, the work ethic, and curiosity. Because I asked a lot of questions. When playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, who was great at chasing guards off the screens, and I didn't understand how to do that. I would sit with him before practice, after practice. Magic, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there and why?
We were playing against the Lakers, Tom, and we were out here in LA. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come to the Staples Center because we're playing. This is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. So now I'm gonna get there at 3 o'clock. And I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. So, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. So once I set my foot across that line, I started working out. And so I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course I still heard the ball bouncing. I look down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. He was working out, like, it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant or lazy. He's doing like game moves, I sit there and I lace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I've seen enough. Come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand, like, why he works like that. Right. So after the game was over, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. And I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
If your job is to try to be the best basketball player you can be, right? To do that, you have to practice, you have to train, right? You want to train as much as you can, as often as you can. So if you get up at 10 in the morning, train at 11, right? 12, say train at 12, train for 2 hours, 12 to 2. You have to let your body recover. So you eat, recover, whatever. You get back out, you train, start training again at 6. Train from 6 to 8, right? And now you go home, you shower, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you wake up, you do it again, right? Those are 2 sessions. Now imagine you wake up, you train 4 to 6, come home, just relax, now you're back at it again, 9 to 11, right? Relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4, right? So now you do that, as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. By year 5 or 6, it doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in. If I start earlier, I can train more hours. And I know the other guys aren't doing it because I know what their training schedule is. Right? So I know if I do this consistently over time, the gap's just going to widen and widen and widen and widen and widen, and they won't be able to get that back. So to me, it was just common sense. I'm like thinking, how can I get an advantage? Start earlier. Yeah, let's do that.
How do you develop that, or where do you learn that from?
Well, I think it's just a matter of what's important to you. What's important to you for whatever reason. I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. And so the reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable with it is because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be.
This has been absolutely beautiful, you guys. I can't believe it's come to an end. You guys will always be in my heart. And what can I say? Mamba out.
My philosophy was a very simple one. Rudy was one of my favorite films. After watching that film, I come to understand if I could work that hard every day, being blessed with the physical tools that I have, what would my career be? And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, I'd have something that was proven. And that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but if you live your life to just get better every single day, and do that for 20 years, I mean, what do you have?
Once you have the passion, the thing that you're passionate about now, you can look at other people or other entities or other things or works of art, and you can draw things from that to help you be better at what you do. By looking for those common denominators. Johnny wanted to know, how do I prepare? How do I prepare? How do I study? How do I view the game? How do you build your game? And my response is much like the way he builds products. You think sequentially. Yeah, you look at this, the end result of what you want to create, but in order to create that, there's so many other little things that go into this massive entity or device. It's no different than building my basketball game. You start with, what do you want your game to be? What would make your game most unstoppable or hard to deal with? And now you work backwards from there. And you start building it one piece at a time, one move at a time, one counter at a time. You just got to put one foot in front of the other. And, sometimes I think, even for myself, it's easy to become distracted a little bit and start trying to look at what the final picture is going to look like. And, when you do that, you can easily become frustrated with where you are at the moment. So, my advice is just to focus on each day. And, you have a plan in place of how you want to improve and how you want to get better. And you stick to that plan and trust the fact that, every day that you stick to the plan, it'll get you to your end result. The passion came from the love for the game. I loved everything about it, like the smell of the ball, the smell of like brand new sneakers, and like the sound the ball makes when it hits the ground, ball going through the net, like all those things I love. And so the passion comes from that, because once you have that love, you just want to be a part of this thing all the time. Like basketball's helped me be a better person, a better friend, a better father. Well, because there's life lessons that are within the game, like communication, like unselfishness, like attention to detail, and empathy and compassion. Like all those things are in the game. And as an athlete, if we are aware of those things, it helps us become better human beings.
Where did you get your killer instinct from?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of it had to do with isolation. Growing up over there and being
Hey, Trick Shot, what's up, man?
African-American kid. Not being able to speak the language, I gravitated towards the game. And in that game, you find a lot of, you find solace in the game. And then when you play with kids that might not accept you because you're an outsider, but yet when we come to play the game, that's my chance to get vengeance on them for not accepting me. And that's where it kind of started developing. And throughout the course of my life, it's always been that. It's always been the outsider and having to come in and prove, or to seek some sort of vengeance when I play. taking things, using things in life that are scars, using those moments as a weapon. You know, using basketball as kind of like a vehicle through which to express yourself, right? So at that moment, for us to face the Celtics again, it's not about the Celtics. It's not about your opponent. It's about you. It's about you taking your inner struggles and channeling that through the game, right, as a way to unleash, right? So now it became a matter of how do I express that to them? How do I get them to that point where they figure this out for themselves? Because I can't say, hey, listen, I need you to play harder.
So what'd you
I
do?
need Well, I had to share my story. I had to open up to them and let them know I've dealt with them. This is the things that I use. This is how I go about focus. This is how I deal with adversity. This is how I deal with, you know, arguing with my wife the day of the game and showing up to the game and still having that focus to be able to play. Like, I used those things to open up with them. And then in turn, they were able to take those stories and make them their own.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go, emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, you know, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear. And to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in the situation. Like, nah. And it does nothing but grow. Versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course, you know?
When you're going into the league, you're going with a lot of guys that were, you know, same age, you know, same class as you were going in. Were you sizing those guys up the same exact way as you did in high school?
I did, but you know, in the NBA, it was actually easier. Because what I found in the NBA is a lot of guys played for financial stability. And when they came to the NBA, they got that financial stability, so therefore the passion and the work ethic and the obsessiveness was gone. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. No wonder Mike wins all these fucking championships. It's like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the players that had that passion, but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing that, right? It's a choice, right? You have other things. You have family, you have all these other things that you have to do. The game can't really be your #1 priority. And so I was just looking at that like, man, this is gonna be fun.
It's just a matter of what's important to you. And what's important to you, for whatever reason, you know, I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. Right? So the reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable about it, because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be. And so that's where it comes from for me. You can't leave any stone unturned. I'm not one that really believe in failure. I believe you have setbacks. And you know, you have to learn from those. You have to learn what are those landmines that can be avoided the next time. What are those pitfalls? And you have to learn from that stuff. And so I welcome those things. It's a part of life.
But are you prepared to like really fail at something totally new? Like, what if you're just VC?
Then I'm a VC, yeah. You know, and then I work at it, and then I'm not a VC the next year, or, you know, whenever it happens.
Yeah.
You know, listen, my first year in the league on national TV, at 18 years old, I shot 5 straight air balls in the playoffs in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
I think my tolerance is pretty high.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm all right.
There's a quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. and I'll figure these things out as you go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
You know, I look at this incredible career you've had, and you're still just, what, 23?
Mm-hmm.
Do you appreciate it at this young an age, or do you have to be a little bit older to step back and say, wow, what an unbelievable ride this has been. What an extraordinary opportunity and blessing I've had in my life.
That's something that I do now, yes. It's something that I've been able to do at the end of last season, kind of step back and just enjoy the moment. And more so after September 11th. Not just the game of basketball, but just little things, going to the store, you know, or going to the movies or something like that. I've been able to kind of just sit back and just enjoy life. Enjoy the moment. You know, that's really the most important thing, is enjoy the moment. And that's why here at the Olympics, I try to get out to as many events as I possibly can. Understanding that these situations don't come around too often. You're here. While you're here, you have to try to take advantage of it as much as possible. Have a good time. Enjoy life. And it's life is too short to get bogged down, to be discouraged, or you have to keep moving. You have to keep going. Put one foot in front of the other, smile, and just keep on rolling.
What I've learned is to always keep going. Always. You know, there's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, you know, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready.
You have to dance beautifully in the box that you are comfortable dancing in, right? So like everybody's box is different. My box was to be extremely ambitious within the sport of basketball. Your box is different than mine, right? Every kid here has their own box, but it doesn't mean that your box isn't as beautiful as mine, right? Everybody has their own. It's your job to try to perfect it and make it as beautiful of a canvas as you can make it. And if you have done that, then you have lived a successful life. You have lived with Mamba mentality. I mean, it's an obsessiveness that comes along with it. You want things to be as perfect as they can be, understanding that nothing is ever perfect. But the challenge is try to get them as perfect as they can be. And what can you do? It's in your control. So control what you can. I can watch film all day long. It's going to help me get better. Yes. We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us stronger. We were never satisfied, never finished, will never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. Thank you for this tremendous honor in acknowledging my basketball career, but I'm far from done. My next dream is to be honored one day for inspiring the next generation of athletes to have a dream, sacrifice for it, and never, ever rest in the middle. I come back to America in the summertime. I'm playing in the summer league, and I don't score a point the whole summer.
Not one point the entire summer?
Not 1 point. Not a free throw, not a layup, not a steal, nothing. 0 points the whole summer. I remember crying about it, being upset about it, and my father just gave me a hug and said, "Listen, son, don't worry about it. We're gonna love you if you score 0 or 50. You know?" Wow. Now that is the most important thing that you can say to a child. Because from there, I was like, okay, it gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. I have the security there. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. Let's go. Right. And from there, I just went to work. I knew that I was not going to be stopped. So at the age of 18, this was my life, right? So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won.
You remember your first big expenditures?
Nah, not really. I'm not really a big, I wasn't a big, like, you know, I gotta get this car or whatever. I was just all about the game. The game just completely consumed me. That was my focus 100% of the time.
And the whole idea is that, you know, when I started playing the game, everything was about trying to be the best. Win as many championships as you can, yada, 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 yada. You get older, you start to understand that really it's about the next generation. That these championships do come and go, right? There'll be other people that win championships. But the most important thing you can do is to pay everything that you learn forward to the next generation to come. And that's truly how you create something that lasts forever.
Going through this time made me ask a lot of questions. And really try to figure out what's important in life, and what's, you know, everything that I've kind of been holding.
Oh, nice trick, my man. Thank you.
Significant.
Hope your projects are going well.
Maybe that's not the most important thing. Because I lost sight of what is the most important thing, and that's family.
Let me listen to, I want to listen to Ray Lewis pre-Super Bowl speech.
This is it, man. This is it. We going for a ring, man. Nothing else don't matter, man. But each other today. That's what loyalty is. Loyalty is going inside your heart and find out who you really are. Make sure you look at your teammate today and you come out and you give pure hell today. This team ain't ready for us. Let's prove that they ain't ready for us. Oh, let's go. What time is it? Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Hunt the ball. Let's go, family on three. 1, 2, 3, family. Let's go.
Damn. Damn.
Practice, you ain't on beast mode.
And one of the sideline reporters, she interviewed me and she said, Ray, this is your 13th time being at the Pro Bowl. Do you enjoy coming over here? I said, this will be my last time. I'm not coming back no more Pro Bowls. I'm only playing in Super Bowls. I felt it. I knew that year was special. I felt it in my bones. I'm telling you, I can feel that something that was, it was just gonna happen. I don't even think my teammates, nobody felt me but me. My coaches, nobody understood me. But I had this itch, I had this feeling, it was my moment. It was our moment. Come back in the year and who knows? Pop my tricep from the bone and I go through these 8 to 10 weeks of just rigorous workouts just to get back for one moment of glory. Come back and we're on the goal line. We're in the Super Bowl and every play that I had ever been through in my life went through my head.
Oh my, wait, did I sell my... No, I didn't, good. No, it's not
And I'm
that.
sitting there saying,
Fuck.
if I had
everything I went through to live my life as champion. The rest
Did
of
I
my life,
accidentally sell my other?
so be it. Finish this
I
race.
think I did.
You at this point now. No weapon formed against you shall prosper at this moment.
Okay.
Grab glory and run with it.
Go buy another one.
4th down. And I'm crouching and my coach looks over and I'm saying, what we waiting on? Let's end my career the way it's supposed to end. Let's go out blast. Let's go out our way. Let's make him get the ball out of his hands. We blitzing all out. And I watch this ball go over my head. And as I'm watching, I realize that this is it. That this is the moment that I live the rest of my life as champion. That I walk away from the game my way, on my terms. All the things I had been through, all the ups and downs of life, all the things I never had, all the people that told me no. I really appreciate it.
That ability isn't ready.
Because it really made me go do it myself. It really made me realize that to do something in life, nobody's gonna help you do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. And when it get hard, there's a different side to pain. It's called glory. But you got to be willing to push through pain to get to glory. This season, that moment was my life. That was my story. It was my glory.
Not ready yet.
Oh, nice trick shot. Nice. My man. Good job. Keep working.
And one of the sideline reporters, she interviewed me and she said, Ray, this is your 13th time being at the Pro Bowl. Do you enjoy coming over here? I say this will be my last time. I'm not coming back no more Pro Bowls. I'm only playing in Super Bowls. I felt it. I knew that year was special. I felt it in my bones. I'm telling you, I can feel that something it was just gonna happen. I don't even think my teammates, nobody felt me but me. My coaches, nobody understood. But I had this itch, I had this feeling, it was my moment. It was our moment. Come back in the year and who knows? Pop my tricep from the bone and I go through these 8 to 10 weeks of just rigorous workouts just to get back for one moment of glory. I come back and we're on the goal line and we're in the Super Bowl and every play that I had ever been through in my life went through my head. First down, they throw it. Second down, they run it. And I'm sitting there saying, I hate it working out. But to live my life as champion the rest of my life, then so be it. Finish this race. You at this point now, no weapon formed against you shall prosper at this moment. Grab glory, run with it. Fourth down, and I'm crouching and my coach looks over and I'm saying, what we waiting on? Let's end my career the way it's supposed to end. Let's go out blast. Let's go out our way. Let's make him get the ball out of his hands. We blitz him all out. And I watch this ball go over my head. And as I'm watching, I realize that this is it. That this is the moment that I live the rest of my life as champion. That I walk away from the game my way, on my terms. All the things I had been through, all the ups and downs of life, all the things I never had, all the people that told me no. I really appreciate it because it really made me go do it myself. It really made me realize that to do something in life, nobody's gonna help you do it.
Alone be praised.
You gotta do it. And when it get hard, there's a different side to pain. It's called glory. But you got to be willing to push through pain to get to glory. This season, that moment was my life. That was my story. It was my glory.
That ability isn't ready yet.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you, brother.
I could hit it. I could hit it. Legacy Church, my goodness. First of all, can you do me a favor? Can you give that choir who just left from up here another round of applause? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. It's funny, Legacy Church, Pastor Steve, Pastor Tommy, Pastor Luke, Pastor Steve Jr. But Pastor said to me, he said, we're gonna play your dance. We're gonna play your song when you come out. You think you can hit the dance? I said, Pastor, these stitches in these britches. Everything coming loose if I do that, right? I didn't make these suits to move like that, right? I told him he should have told me to dress a little casual. But it's really interesting because I walked in the back of Pastor's place in the back, and I'm like, he says, you want to be a chiropractor? And I'm like, y'all got chiropractors in the church? You mean to tell me I get loose, I get cracked, I get warmed up before I go on stage? So I thought I was back in game day and just, I just closed my mind, my eyes, and I just went in. First of all, thank you guys for having me. God is absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, listen to me. When God promises you something, I guarantee you he will do it. It's never him we're waiting on, it's us he's waiting on, right? 10 years old, some young kid that plays football right now. How many play football? Raise your hand back there. I see all y'all back there, right? And people say, what gave you the mentality? What gave you the mentality? Why do you play the way you play? I fell in love with God at 10 years old. But now,
Not ready yet.
the ugly part to that, because sometimes when God takes you through things, it's ugly. But when you get on the other side of it, it's a different conversation, right? So at 10 years old, for me, when I first fell in love with God, I was asking God to give me the strength
What brings you
to
here?
deal with my mother being beaten every night.
Balloon light your path.
And I prayed one day in church, and I was a junior deacon since I was 11 years old. And I prayed one day in church, and I gave my life to God. And every athlete, where you guys buy into athletics, I bought into a legacy.
Can't do that yet.
That's the difference. That's the difference of when you say, I want to be something, and I don't have no choice. When I want to be something, then you're gonna present a lot of broken dreams. When you are destined to do something,
Goddess watch over
the conversation is totally different. Right? Football for me was an afterthought. I just wanted to get strong enough. Same push-ups and sit-ups. I started at 10 years old. I'm 47 years old, and I'm still doing the same push-ups and sit-ups. Because it's actually a lifestyle, right? It's not, people keep saying, oh man, I didn't make it, I'm too small, I'm this. You know how many times I've heard, how many people in here have heard your whole life, you can't do something? Raise your hand. I'm too small, you too, I can't do it. And everybody that told me I couldn't do it, I'm not exaggerating this. I can tell you the moment that they said it, I can tell you what they had on. That's how perfect.
Be right back. Oh. Eating a little food, guys. Give me a second. Ay, ay, ay. All right, back to work.
Not ready yet.
Personal it was for me to lock into it and say, remember that. I need you to remember that. So while a lot of people think talent is the reason why, honestly, talent had a little bit to do with my career. But where my career took off at was when my faith was unwavering. The good and the bad. I took it all and I started to absorb what my mother once told me. My mama told me a long time ago, she said, don't you put your trust in no man. And I said, Mom, what does that mean? Do I not?
I want to see how my stream looked earlier. The boxing. Okay, actually it turned out pretty good. Get a clip of that later.
Trust anybody? She said, you better trust God in everything you do.
Hail
Through the
to
good
the
and the
night.
bad. Right? God says, come as you are. Broke, confused, abused, sad, disappointed, disgraced, whatever it is, God says, come exactly as you are. And who you are, I will transform if you give me the opportunity to transform. Right? Listen, like we have this thing about us, right? And I want everybody to repeat this. Just repeat this. I am who I am. I am who I am. Pastor, they asked Jesus, who are you? He said, I am who I am. It has never changed. When you buy into that, right? Clothing industries prey on our weakness. Because we'll go spend thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes to make us feel good, but if you really want to feel good, stay on your knees at night. You'll figure it out. Right? It's like they tell you if you put on the right suit, you will be noticed. I beg to differ. My uncle told me years ago, you shake a man's hand, you look him dead in the eye, you make sure you always look good and always smell good, and somebody will notice you. It ain't got nothing to do with the brand of clothing. See, we so caught up in material things. Pastor, you said it. I ain't never seen a U-Haul follow a funeral. It don't happen. It don't happen, and we, respectfully, have almost been tricked into really believing success is what I have. Success ain't what you have. Success is what you can leave. That's why the special part is when you hear the church, every time, if I was going to this church, every time I walk in the church, I would say, legacy, legacy. What will you be remembered for? How would you be remembered? When somebody called your name, what will they say? If a lion came through that door right now all of us gonna run first. But when we get to the other side of that room, we're gonna look back and say, that's a lion, period. So the question is, and take this question with you the rest of your life, when somebody sees you, what do they see? Because God said, my children, you will know them by the fruit that they bear. Right? He says, and when you know them by their fruit, he says, an image, a small image of me will be a part of who they are. So that's where that light starts to shine. And when you walk in a room, people may be richer than you, but your swagger when you come to the room is a totally different conversation. Right? Pastor, I promise you I won't hold us long, but I just need to get some stuff out. Okay, just stay with me for a minute, Pastor. Because a lot of times, we have fell into this trick, and I got to give the secrets to the trick. The trick is, social media says it's better to be a follower than a leader. That's a lie. That's a lie. The good book says it's better to be respected than liked. But we're popular on social media if we're liked. The respect button is gone. I've always wondered, out of all of the platforms on social media, why isn't there a respect button? What about integrity? What about in character? Everything is like or follow, which is totally dysfunctional. Because we don't live, God don't work with that. They have took biblical principles and have twisted them around, and God says, listen, the word says, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So what do you think mentally he's doing to us? We can't even relate to each other no more. How many times we have conversations with your kids and they can't be without their phones? See, we're talking about a mentality now. We're talking about a culture that we keep saying, oh, that's just these millennials. Y'all could call them millennials, I'm gonna call them my children. And that's never gonna change. But we have to redirect what it is that we're actually chasing. And what I believe truthfully
The biggest mistake that we're making, I'm telling you, every young athlete, every young person, every old person, the biggest mistake we're making is we're negotiating with who we are. Who you negotiating with? You check online every day to see who like what you like, who follow what you like, who don't like what you like. And you've never met them in a day in your life. And we give our power away every day. I want to challenge this church something. The next 30 days, it'll change your life. Many times if you pick up your phone to check it, pick up your Bible to read a different chapter. That'll change your perspective about a whole lot.
There it is. Finally
You
done.
see it different. You understand something different. It's watch this.
Thank God.
Two animals that God identified with in the Bible. And there's something really unique about these two animals. The eagle and the lion. An eagle flies at a certain altitude. And the only other bird flies at that altitude is another eagle. So if he finds himself flocking with pigeons, he may be flying too low.
Safe travels.
See, sometimes we asking ourselves, why my friends treating me like this? You hanging out with pigeons. Why they talking about me like this? Man, you hanging out with pigeons. Eagles ain't got time to gossip. Kings don't gossip. Fools party, kings celebrate.
Ooh, nice.
Check your phone. Check your phone when you leave here and look at the next 10 people that you don't call the last 10 times. And if they can't help you, if they can't pray for you, or if they're not in your corner, you can find out why very quickly. You flocking with pigeons. You flocking with pigeons.
Damn.
We're going to switch gears and go into what I fell in love with a lion. He ain't the biggest. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the strongest. All the attributes that he has is irrelevant to why he's king. He's only king because of one thing, his mentality. Somebody gonna get this tonight. Somebody gonna sleep with this, because you got to swallow this. See, sometimes we got to swallow faith, right? A lion never negotiates with a hyena. You'll never see him hanging out with a hyena. He ain't waking up in the morning and saying, I'm gonna go hang out with some hyenas. He ain't going to the same clubs where he know the hyenas don't like him anyway and looking to take what he got. He ain't gonna ask a zebra to come hang out with him because they don't think the same. When a lion sees an elephant, he sees buffets. When the elephant sees lion, trouble. What we have done with our mentalities is we flipped it. Watch this. The lion's mentality, Pastor, the lion's mentality, it was created from the image of a man. God created an animal. The first thing that he put on earth was a man. So the mentality was set. When he created the mentality of a lion, he was talking about a king. And the only difference of us and a lion is a lion can't change his coat. And we have dropped the ball. Men have put down the crown. We pick it up, we put it down, we pick it up, we put it down. Lions ain't never tried to put on somebody else's outfit. Tell me. Giraffes will try to just sleep inside there. They ain't doing it. Because it's the mentality that we have let go. We have succumbed to what this world is keep tricking us about. Is that, you know, it's okay, you gonna make it. I tell you what, there's two types of people in this world. There's people that's gonna watch things happen, and there's people gonna make things happen. It ain't changing. It ain't changing.
It's funny, right? Because you get up and you check social, right? This comment. Imagine a lion waking up on the Serengeti and he hear a pack of hyenas. And he roll right back over and go to sleep. Because he don't concern himself with the conversations of hyenas. But we concerning ourselves with everybody else gossip, but we're afraid to deal with what our purpose says, which is tied to your destiny. Your destiny dictates what your tongue speaks, and your tongue directs your path. We gotta go backwards. I'm telling you, they keep saying this new school is the way. That's a lie. If you want to make sure this country is right, the world, you got to go back old school. Yes, ma'am is yes, ma'am. Yes, sir is yes, sir. It ain't gonna change. You know, we got all of these people. We run around and we changing the rules. God says, obey the laws of the lands. He said, not rules. He's a lawmaker. Right? I tell every kid, you're never gonna walk around me with your pants pulled down behind your butt. I don't know what that means. That ain't happening in my house. Right? My kids, my youngest baby's 21 years old. But if I help you pay any of your bills and you come stay with me, there's no way you sleeping with your phone. You gonna spend some time with me. 9 o'clock every night, put your phone on my dresser. Unless they paying your bills. And if he ain't paying your bills, then you need to spend time with me. But it's the mentality that they've taken away from us. I'm telling you, listen, somebody has to grasp this. Because this is what the trick is. The trick is to get us to never to believe in who we are. Until you understand who you are, you will never understand whose you are. And if you don't understand whose you are, my goodness, can you imagine the fun that the devil has taking us through the roller coasters of ups and downs? We have to, there's a different duty, right? My mom's a pastor. She's a hard teacher. She teaches from a perspective of, I'm gonna let you go. But the right parent let you go. And me, as a parent, I tell my kids all the time, I don't have a perfect life. Nobody does. But I tell my kids all the time, if you ever talk to your parents, you'll realize you can't make my same mistakes. That's what parenting is for. Parenting is for me to tell you, you don't want to go hang out all night, be drunk all night, and then come try to play a football game. It don't work. And if you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, then you'll find yourself wishing you had a job instead of going to take a job. See, I gave up everything. Because Proverbs, I stay in the book of Proverbs. I stay in the book of Proverbs. Pastor, I'm not exaggerating. I just want to hear God say to me, well done, my good and faithful servant. I done ran my race. That's why I tell people, don't cry at my funeral. Cry.
Biblical Proverbs. Best of.
Proverbs of King Solomon of Israel, the son of David. Proverbs will teach you wisdom and self-control, and how to understand sayings with deep meanings. You will learn what is right and honest and fair. From these, an ordinary person can learn to be smart, and young people can gain knowledge and good sense. If you are already wise, you will become even...
Wow, it's a lot less
now that I'm here,
impactful than Ray Lewis saying.
Ain't no pain where I'm going. Ain't no pain where I'm going. Yo, we keep, Proverbs 22:1 says, a great name
is rather chosen than all of the riches of this earth. A great name. Now I'm gonna just share some 30 seconds because I think you should understand why that scripture stuck with me so much. Born from a 15-year-old mother, baby. My mom calls my dad. Pops, rest in peace. I love my father with all my heart. My mom calls my dad and said, we have a child. He said, we don't have a child. She says to him, I can't pay these hospital bills. I need you to come help me. My mom calls a friend. She says to him, can you come do me a favor? And this friend was in the military. She said, can you come sign as my son's father? He said, Buffy, I'll do anything for you. And he came and signed as my father. And today, that's why I walk in the name Ray Lewis.
I can't do that yet.
And I told that man in 11th grade, thank you. And I promise I'll make your name great. Right? It's like I said, sometimes we can't understand what God really wants to do, but if we just stick with him, if we stay in the fight, he will deliver something into your life that you can't even receive. He said, I got so many blessings for you, you can't even hold them. But we got to put ourselves in position. There's a shift happening. I'm going to challenge Legacy Church tonight. There's a shift happening. You got to come out your comfort zone because your comfort zone is the deadliest place you will ever be. You're talking about physically, spiritually, and mentally. What we're doing physically, we've letting go. I ain't never let go of that. I'm never going to let a doctor tell me what medication I need to take. I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to take. So every athlete, listen to me carefully. You can think your athletic ability is everything, and it may get you in the door. The only thing to keep the door closed is your relationship with the King. I'm telling you, it's Proverbs 30:30 says, the lion in you never retreats. Imagine us taking the lion approach to life. I ain't backing up. A lion don't walk backwards for nothing. And when he roar for three things. He hungry, he coming to take your territory, and the last one, too many kids in here, cover your ears. I know you said I can say what I want to say. You got to be careful. Kids on the front row. Proverbs 28:1 says, the righteous. He didn't say the perfect. It says the righteous are as bold as a lion. Do we understand what the righteous means? I don't even look to be perfect. I just look to get up every day and walk with exactly who I am. And nothing's changing. There's this new thing that's happening, and we gotta grab it. The only people that can change our country back is us. Just think about it, man. We talking about all of this racial division. We talking about young girls being taken away from their mothers, and we talking about the murders, the rapes, the suicides, the school shootings. If we ain't ready to tell God to get back in front, we in trouble. Because everything else we have tried. We done built big buildings. We trying to go to the sea. We got people trying to go to the moon. You can't get to heaven that way. You can't get to heaven that way. It's 2 commands. The greatest commands ever. Love God with all your heart. And love your neighbor as thyself. And I'm only going to switch gears because of a lion's mentality. Even a lion Even lion has rules. Even a lion has rules. That if a certain bloodline of a male that's not his, erase that bloodline. Because one day that bloodline is competition. He didn't make the rules. That's the way God set it out. But we was given dominion as kings. So we're not supposed to love each other. We're supposed to figure out different ways to love each other. The word says giving to the poor is like giving to God himself. Then that should be all of our everyday mission. Legacy Church, don't leave here tonight without something magical happening. God is a God that when you say, he says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my midst, and if you ask, I will make the impossible. There's something, and athletes, we use athletics to get us there, and sometimes people use their jobs. But when your assignment is greater than your distractions, when your assignment, when the 2 most important days of your life, the day you was born, the day you figure out why. And when your assignment outweighs your distractions, then you have a duty. And that's to serve God. But how do people know that? One of the reasons evil has attacked us the way they have. It's because a lot of bold Christians, we don't want to be counted out. We don't want to be talked about. We don't want to claim our faith. My last Super Bowl run, 2012, this ring I wear around my neck, I tore my tricep. 2012, playing against the Dallas Cowboys. Now I'm gonna be a little corporate here. I'm gonna be corporate. Because anybody that's cheering for Dallas, come up, I'm gonna give you a hug one by one, because y'all need it. I'm not saying I don't like them. I'm just saying y'all need a hug. 26 years since y'all, anyway, let me leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. But I tore my tricep 2012 playing against the Cowboys. And the report is right, the doctor felt the back of my arm. And she started to tear up. And she says to me, I can't believe your career is gonna end like this. And I was like, wow. And if you see the video, I'm smiling. And she was like, Ray, your tricep is torn from the bone. Why are you smiling? Oh God, he up to something. I don't know what, but he got some big plans, right? Because I had already said, this is my last year, right? I wanted to go be a dad, and I was like, so I'm done. I tell my tricep. 4 days later, I mentored this kid who was 10 years old. I mentored him. Me and his father done a real estate deal together. And he was a problem child, and I got into his life. I made him start doing push-ups and sit-ups, blah, blah, blah. 10 years later, this kid remembered what I done. That same kid changed his ways in all F's, and now that same kid is at Harvard. Right? But the reason why I'm holding on to my necklace is because that kid remembered a scripture that I told him. And he took his allowance money when I tore my tricep. And I haven't pulled this ring off since 2012 from around my neck. And the scripture is Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed shall prosper. Right? And I was so bold, Pastor, in my last ride, because I was watching what God was doing in the midst of men,
who said it was impossible for me to come back. And God, if I came back, there's no way he can come back and then go win a Super Bowl. I said, y'all don't know the God I serve. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not coming back just to play another few games. I done saw the destination. I see the end of it, which is why I was so emotional. Because I know what I believed. I'm asking us to believe in the same thing through your greatest pain. Man, when God challenges you, it will be the most painful thing you got to deal with. That's why if it's something in your life that you know need changing, make sure you change before God changes. Because if God changes you, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. There's this shift happening, right? And I keep saying about this shift. If you don't know who you are, you will accept less than you deserve. You will negotiate with your peace. You will settle in relationships where you know you don't even like going home. You just do it because it's convenient. When you don't know who you are, social media can disturb you. When you don't know who you are, your haters can disturb you. I actually appreciate my haters. I really do. My haters keep me grinding. I tell them all the time, if you want to pay attention to success, watch me. I ain't going nowhere for a while. You know? And that's the thing that I kind of want to get into this thing, right? That we're the apex of God creations. Like we're the spinning image of who he is. But we keep giving it away. When you know that you're royalty, think about kings, right? Every man in this room has a king and has a fool. The question is, the people you're around, which one they follow? It's on the two sides to us. Every woman has a queen or a fool. And the fool chooses the ways of the devil. The king or the king, the king or the queen chooses the direction of what the Lord has given us to do. We have a duty. Legacy Church, we have a freaking duty. Right? Like we show up every day going to work. We hate being late to work. Well, what about hate being late to your purpose? Every day getting out the bed and stop grabbing your phones because you think that's the most important thing that's going on in your world. Man, I don't touch my phone in the mornings because I don't need nobody to disturb. If you gave me the opportunity to get up, that means you want me to do something else in your life before I leave here. That's when you're using your God-given abilities. That's why when you understand, that's why he said, mind, body, and spirit. Watch this. Watch this. When you talk about mind, body, and spirit, the spirit is already connected, right? The mind, the good book says, the only thing that can change the human will is the human will. God himself can't even change the human will. Steve? God himself can't change it. The only person that can change that is a grown man. Change it when you're a kid. You change it when you tell mama, yes ma'am, mama. I'm gonna get my schoolwork done, mama. I'm gonna be in bed when you say be in bed, mama. I'm never gonna do nothing to disappoint you, mama. I'm gonna always respect you, mama. You're the one that I must take care of, mama. Right? That's to own something. I want to leave you with to own something, which means you have to spend time with it. To own it. CEOs of any companies, read their thesis, read the things. I started this because of this, and I did it. To own something, you have to know it. So I'm asking you to take ownership back of your life. But you got to start investing back in you again.
If we don't invest in us, if we don't invest in what we supposed to be learning, that's why I love Lions. That's why because they gave me something. I don't ever have to apologize to nobody I don't know. Ever. But because I am a child of God, he says that it's better to pay, before you pay your tithes, if you have a strife with a brother, it's better to go mend that before you pay your tithes. That's why we was given dominion. Because we can help change the world. Oh, this band coming out. Y'all may have me rocking tonight. Y'all give me a band behind me. We can be all night. I know we got school. I'm gonna leave you with this. And I want you to frame this thought process. And I want you to frame this mindset the rest of your life. If God gave us 5 minutes and said, your life is in,
Alone be praised.
what will you do with those last 5 minutes? If God challenged us in every 24 hours out of a day to make somebody else feel that much less pain, are you able to do that? If God challenged you as a parent, as a kid, as a son or a daughter, if he challenged you to honor thy mother and thy father in all your ways,
I can't do that.
because before somebody else tell my story, I want to make sure I can write my own story. And when as emotional as it was, when I got through writing my eulogy, at the end, I smiled. Because basically, seeing myself in a casket, stadiums, countries, field, not because of what I did, not because of how much money I had, but simply because of where I made somebody feel. Legacy Church, Pastor, thank you for every second of this. But God is intentional. And he's calling somebody to change your direction. But it's now. You gotta do it right now. We don't have time. We think we got time. But there's a fact. With the time that we've spent in here, many people didn't. So as I leave, I want to leave you with something that you can share with brothers and sisters. It's not black or white. Brothers and sisters. Stop letting them fool us. We all one. Legacy Church, thank you, thank you, thank you. God is able, but more importantly, he gave us the ability to act Christ-like. So let's figure out a way to keep loving each other. God bless you.
Come on, can we give it up for Ray Lewis?
You know, you can have a seat for just a moment, but as Ray was speaking, he's talking about having a decision to change your direction. And what we believe is that is the decision that we have to make for Jesus. When he said, when you find out why you were born, is to serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So here's what I want to do for just a moment. If you would, bow your heads and close your eyes with me just in a moment. If you're in this place or you're watching, And as Ray was speaking, something inside of you was stirring, saying, I need that. The faith that he's speaking of, I need that. Living, picking up my kinghood, my queenhood, I need to pick that up. It starts with first surrendering your life to Jesus. So if you're in this place, you say, preacher, I want to meet Jesus tonight. I want to ask him to come into my life, to forgive me of my sins, to give me a fresh start, to show me why I exist. Listen, you're not too messy for Jesus. I say this all the time, God's not mad at you, he's mad about you. Jesus wants a relationship with you. So if that's you and you say, preacher, I've never given my life to Jesus, but tonight I want to make that commitment that from this day forward, I want Jesus to be my Lord and Savior. Maybe you've given him your life before, but you've walked away. You say, tonight I want to recommit my life to Jesus. You say, Jesus, from this day forward, I'm going to follow you and I will serve you. Maybe you just don't know if you're right with God, and you say, I don't want to leave this place not knowing that heaven will be my eternal destination. If that's you all across this place, or if you're watching, you say, preacher, would you include me in your prayer right where you're seated? If you would, just raise your hand. If that's you that says, I want to make a decision for Jesus, thank you, God bless you, God bless you. Hands up everywhere, hands up everywhere. Come on, this is the biggest decision you will make in your life, to surrender your life to Jesus. The one who loves you enough that he went to the cross. The one that loves you enough that no matter how messy you are, no matter how messed up you are, he said, I want you, I will die for you, and I will give you a fresh start. I will give you a new life. So here's what I want you to do. If you raised your hand, I'm going to ask that you would do me a favor. It comes straight out of the Bible, Romans chapter 10, verse 9 and 10. The Bible says that if we would confess with our mouth and believe in our heart that Jesus is Lord, we will be saved. So if that's you and you raise your hand, I'm asking you to do me a favor. I'm going to ask that you would repeat this prayer after me aloud so you can hear your own voice. More importantly, I'm going to ask that you believe it in your heart. For those of you that Jesus is already your Lord and Savior, if you would also pray this in support of those who raise their hand. If everybody would say, Father, I come to you now seeking salvation. So right now, I confess with my mouth and believe in my heart that Jesus is Lord, that you sent him to die on the cross.
I feel the rains of your love.
Let's hear.
Sing it again. God, that's the cry of this generation. The heavens would open up over us. Let it rain. Let it rain in this place. Let it rain over this nation, God. Let's sing it again.
too far away. Not enough energy.
Let it rain. Open the floodgates.
Not ready yet.
Feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of life that is here. I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of life. Let's do it again. I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of man that is here. Feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of man that is here. That's the cry of this generation. The heavens would open up over us. Let it rain. Let it rain in this place. Let it rain over this nation, God. Let's sing it again.
Hello. What brings you here?
How may I help?
Let it rain. Open the floodgates.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. The heartbeat of heaven that is here. I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of heaven. Let's sing it again. I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of heaven that is here. I feel the rains of your love. Feel the winds of your spirit. Now the heartbeat of heaven that is here. Let it generation. The heavens would open up over us. Let it rain. Let it rain in this place. Let it rain over this nation, God. I'll sing it again.
Let's go, level 17. Yeah. All right, let's base. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'm in another place. Yes, I'll be back later, guys. Catch you guys later.